Todd Blanche is preparing for his first full day as acting attorney general after another major shakeup in President Trump's cabinet. The president announcing Pam Bondi is out at the Justice Department, the second cabinet member to be replaced in as many months. Let's get right on out to NewsNation national correspondent Brooke Shafer, who's live for us at the White House. Brooke, first it was Kristi Noem, now it's Pam Bondi. You're hearing that this firing was inevitable.
Yeah, Markie, in a lot of ways, this really didn't come as too much of a surprise based on the conversations that we have learned about from inside the White House. The president had grown increasingly frustrated with Bondi, and White House sources say that the president believed, in one part, that Bondi wasn't moving fast enough or having enough success in prosecuting people that he views as political enemies. But even more than that, Markie, he was especially upset over Bondi's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case and the scrutiny surrounding the release of the Epstein files. A former White House official told us ultimately Bondi, a loyalist to the president, just wasn't doing enough. Still, President Trump thanked her for her time as AG as he announced that Bondi will now transition to a new job in the private sector. She thanked the president for the honor of a lifetime. Democrats had accused Bondi of weaponizing the Justice Department to do the president's bidding. Some Democratic lawmakers this morning say they are relieved she is gone. And so are some Republicans, like Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who said that Bondi handled the Epstein files in a terrible manner and seriously undermined President Trump. As you said, Markie, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who also led Trump's criminal defense team, will now serve as acting AG until President Trump makes his next pick. Markie?
Okay, so this doesn't mean that Todd Blanche is permanent. The president could turn to somebody else in his administration to fill Bondi's spot then?
That's right. There's still a few steps that need to happen here, but the president is reportedly considering his EPA administrator, former New York Congressman Lee Zeldin. The president has mentioned Zeldin as a possible option as early as this week, according to two people familiar with the matter. We reached out to the White House for comment about it. Meantime, as we talk about these cabinet shakeups, Markie, there are also reports the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, could be fired next. Markie?
All right, we'll stay on top of it. Brooke Shafer live from the White House. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.